Indiana Latino Expo Show. Gloria Jimenez.
Celebrating the Hispanic Heritage Month, today we have Yecenia Tostado, Executive Director of Project Azul, and her daughter, Xochitl Amedi. How are you, Jessie?
I'm good. How are you, Gloria?
I'm so good. So happy to have Xochitl today with us.
She's so excited to be here. We both are.
Yes, of course. So tell us a little bit about yourself. How long you've been in this position? Where did you go to school, and everything you want to share?
Sure. Yeah. So thank you. So I grew up here in Indiana. I'm the daughter of Mexican immigrants. I've been in Indianapolis for 9 years now. Have been the executive director of Project Azul since January of 2020. My background is in higher education and nonprofit. So this transition into helping individuals build their career in blue-collar industries is really just a natural step. I graduated from IU Bloomington with my undergrad and IUPUI with my master's, and very proud of those achievements, and a huge advocate for education as well as career development. I think everyone has a path that they can take based on the goals that they set for themselves.
Excellent. Jessie, you were talking about that your parents are from Mexico. How do you feel about being the first generation, being involved in education area, but also leading a nonprofit? How you help also, others in this path of you're finding your career and all that?
Yeah, so I think I'm very proud to be the daughter of immigrants. I think my parents sacrificed a lot for our family, and for us to be able to achieve our goals and the things that we've been able to achieve. So I do feel a duty to give back. I do feel a duty to support others in their journey, whatever their journey is, and help especially other children of immigrants or immigrants, because there are some differences in the experiences and the backgrounds and the needs of those populations. So being able to understand, others going through similar journeys is something that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah, and besides your job, I know you serve on different boards and committees. Can you share a little bit of the boards and the committees that you serve?
Yeah, so I'm part of a few boards, including the Indianapolis Symphony Orchestra, Leadership Indianapolis, and the District Theater. And I'm really proud to serve on those boards. I think there's a lot of opportunity for individuals to get involved here in Indianapolis. And I think now more than ever, it's so important just to find your passion and help build the city that you want to live in, as well as the city you want future generations to live in.
Right. How did you start getting involved in the community? Why was it important for you to start getting involved? Because since a very young age, you've been doing a lot for the community. Now you're in 3 boards, but I think you were in like 10 before.
Yeah, so over time, I think, honestly, I had people, ever since I was in high school, just invite me to participate in things. And as I was invited to participate in things, I noticed a few things. I noticed that there historically have not been a lot of Latinos represented in spaces where there is great need for representation. So through that, I then started to kind of think, well, what am I passionate about, and how can I give back, and how can I make meaningful impact? So through that, I've served on some different nonprofit boards, some that I've rolled off on, and some actually I say no to a lot of things, and I refer others to a lot of things. I think it's really important to open doors for others and make sure that it's not just taking all the opportunities, that you're actually assessing, like, well, where do I have capacity? Where do I have passion? Where can I actually, contribute in a meaningful way? And where can I not? And where can others step in? And who do I know that can step in and do, really, really good things?
Right. And now, like a year ago, you were pregnant, and 2 years ago, you never imagined that you would be here with Xochitl.
Yeah.
How do you feel that transition, like being a mom, running a nonprofit, being on boards? Now your life is so different. What message would you send for future moms or for companies that they have future moms, that they are, doing the transition of having now 2 jobs, one at home, one at work?
Yeah, it is definitely a more than a full-time job to have a child, right? You know that as a mom yourself. I think it's really important for companies to understand that motherhood does not it does not limit a woman professionally, right? I think that we can be both. We can be both a great mom and a great professional. And understanding that sometimes adjustments need to be made. Sometimes, life happens and life doesn't happen outside of the workday. So that flexibility is really important for employers to be able to understand and provide mothers and fathers as well, right? So I think I would really, encourage mothers not to feel like they cannot be both a professional and a mother.
Yeah, I've done it. Now my daughter is 17. I'm almost ready to send her to college. But yeah, it's a really nice experience. It's a lot of work. I'm also grateful with my former employees that they understood that I have to run for school, doctors, and all those things that we have to do, and we have to multitask especially when they are very little. Now that we are celebrating the Hispanic Heritage Month, how do you take your Latinidad? How do you bring it to the boards you are, to your work, to even like the community that see you?
Yeah, so I'm very proud to be Latina. I'm very proud to be Mexican American. I'm very proud to be the daughter of immigrants. And that's something that I don't hide from anything that I do. I think it's important to speak up and speak out on issues that affect our community. I think it's important to recognize that sometimes sitting on a board, you may be the only Latino. So it's important to identify opportunities for organizations to support the community more. Organizations to find meaningful partnerships with the Latino community. And I think that there's a desire. There's a desire from organizations as well as from Latinos to serve and volunteer and be represented and have more experiences with different organizations.
Well, that is awesome. Are you gonna teach her how to speak Spanish?
I hope so. Yeah, that's the goal. We're trying. My husband doesn't speak Spanish. He's also learning though, so he's great and very supportive and tries as well. So we hope so, yeah. Yeah, we definitely want to pass on all of our culture to our little ones.
No, Tochi. I'm here. Okay, with Sochi and Jesse, thank you so much, Jesse, for sharing a little bit about your story, but also to sharing the experience that you have through, I'm going to give it to you, the experience you had in the community and also all the work you do with in the boards and also at your job, and how do you feel about being Latina, and also like sharing a little bit about the experience. Also, Jesse is part of the Axis Steering Committee, which is a leadership program in partnership with the City of Indianapolis and the Indiana Latino Expo. Thank you so much, Jesse and Sochi, for being here. It was a pleasure having you here. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Indiana Latino Expo Show.